All right, I thought I would give everybody a tour of the sharpening shop. I'm Mike White with Sharpen Right Services, located in League City, Texas, and this is my home-based shop. And as you can see, a little setup here. I've got a little fence and gate set up that we built to keep the dogs in, and also kind of a defined space for the sharpening shop. Prior to getting this fence put in, I would actually have people standing inside my garage, just walking in there when the garage door was open, just showing up to have things sharpened, and I would come outside and there'd be people standing in my garage. So now I have cameras and sensors. You heard that bell that just went off. That means that there's somebody walking up the driveway. So yeah, crazy. So anyway, so I put these signs and everything, and there's Maya. That's my girl. She's a good guard dog right there. She barks at everybody who comes up to this gate. The other dog is in the house. But anyway, here's the sharpening shop. I'll just kind of show you around a little bit. This is my initial work area right here. Some of the other tools some tools that I have, the old Harbor Freight 1x30 is always on the bench here. I've got my bench grinder with the Scotch-Brite radial wheels on it for cleaning parts and things like that. I've got the Buck Tool low-speed grinder there with the diamond wheels from Curry Custom Cutlery. Can't talk today. Then I've just recently added the Buck Tool 1x30 to the sharpening shop, and been using that from time to time. Getting used to it. I'm going to use that for the farmers market ultimately. Recently I added an AMK 76 2x42 sharpener to the mix here. Got that set up here to sharpen my knives and so forth. Got one of my two Hirito flat hones. I've got one here, then I've got one back there in one of the cases that I use for travel. I've got lights and magnifying glasses everywhere. You can see all the different lights. I know some of you guys watch my YouTube channel. Truck going by, and here's the booms I use for the live streams and so forth. I've got one on that side, then I've got one set up for the 2x42, all the different lights. You can see all the lights. I got belts hanging up everywhere, old belts up there. I never throw belts away, especially the 120 Cubitrons. There's more of my 1x30 belts. And then back here I've got my clipper blade sharpening setup, the Nebraska Blades machine, and all the little ancillary tools that I have for sharpening clipper blades. It's always a work in progress in your sharpening shop. So this is where I do all of my shears. Got all the extra tools. I've got a little air compressor that I use over here on this side. I've got the rotary tools here. I've got pedals on it. And if you guys have watched my videos before, I've got a pedal for the 2x42. Other tools underneath there. I've got all kinds of stuff. I've got my Tormic back there in the back. My Work Sharp down in there. Air compressor. Another air compressor back here. I have two air compressors. And then, of course, I've got my vacuum and everything under there. And I've also built a dust collection system. If you can see those hoses back there, every station has got one of these dust hoods. It works okay. I've got them gated where I can open and close them for each machine. As you can see, it runs up in here, splits off, and here's the one for the Hirito flat hone, and I've got a little fan on there that kind of helps suck the dust up, and I've got it remote control, so it comes on, and you can hear it sucking through there right now. And I've got the hose, if you can see that, runs underneath there, runs all the way over here, and runs on top of the big red machine for doing clipper blades. In the middle of the, oh sorry Maya, I just stepped on Maya. In the middle of the shop I got another little bench area. You know, you can never have too much bench space for your sharpening shop. This is where I clean up shears and knives and things like that. Just other stuff stored all over the place, man. This is just a big mess, I know. But I also have a fan system in here. Well, let's go over that next. So if you noticed, I don't have any air conditioning in my shop. We're in southeast Texas. It's hotter than blazes in the summer. Not too bad in the wintertime, but I have multiple fans in the shop. I got this one large fan, and I have it mounted to the fence, and it's pulling air in. And then I have that fan there that is circulating air, is pushing air down this way, and I've got another floor fan over there. And then just looking around the shop, I've got another fan here on this fence pulling air outward into the out of the garage. So I have a little airflow that flows around here. Another thing I wanted to show you here is the cleaning station. I got knives the lady needs to come pick up today. So I got a big mess is what I got. You know, you're always working on stuff around here. So then this is my parts cleaner. So I clean clipper blades or whatever needs to be cleaned. I clean in that. I use simple green inside that. And then I've got my ultrasonic cleaner there. And just other cleaning supplies. This is my cleaning cart. I didn't have any place to permanently put it, and I didn't want to build another bench over here. So I put it all on a cart. Works pretty well. And there's all of my generators. I have two different generators. One for the house. That's a 13K generator underneath there. It's a tri-fuel generator. It'll run off of propane. It'll run off of gasoline or natural gas. I do have a hookup for the house around the side of the house where I can wheel it over there and hook it up to natural gas and run the entire house on that generator. And then I have an EcoFlow small 3000K generator, and that's connected to my Delta, my EcoFlow Delta Plus 3 power station there. So this is my little power station bench. This is where all my batteries and so forth for the different tools go. My fan, dog stuff, you know, just stuff stored everywhere. It's just crazy how much junk you can have in your shop. This is a garage too. It's not only just my shop. Other tools over here, all of my mechanics tools and all kinds of stuff in there. I've got a drill press, another vacuum. I think I have 3 vacuums. Just all kinds of stuff here in the sharpening shop. So I wanted to give you all a little tour. This is always a work in progress. But that is Sharpen Right Services. Home-based sharpening service. And of course I've got my pickup truck out there with some of the sharpening stuff in it. This is what I use for farmers markets and traveling around and sharpening. See, I've got my AMK 76 in there. I've got an inverter in the back. I know it's hard to see. And I can actually get inside here and sharpen if I need to. And I have from time to time. If I go to a restaurant or something like that and it's raining, I'll get inside the bed of the truck, inside the camper, and I'll sharpen. And so that is Sharpen Right Services and our mobile unit there. It's a slow day. You can see you can hear the bells going off. So now when somebody walks up here, I've got multiple cameras. I'm not going to show you where they're at in the shop, but there are multiple cameras recording everything that goes on inside this shop. And it's motion sensor. The cameras come on and will start recording as soon as somebody walks inside that gate. So there's the shop, folks. Hope you all have a great day. Take care.